for another couple days. And it's you can get it for as little as $1, and I think it's kind of a cool game. Uh, I just kind of wanted to run through a startup and show you guys how to get started jumping to some of these planets that we can see here in the distance. So when you jump into a server, a lot of times you'll start somewhere like this. Some servers are a little more complex or have kind of fancier. We did jump into one the other day that had a fancier sort of starting point, but for the most part, this is what I've seen. You start at sort of a space station. It does have a Minecraft aesthetic. Um, you can do things like skin your character. Let's see if I can show mine. I picked up this guy. Let's see. What is it this? There it is. You can't really see him. Let me make sure that I'm facing the right lighting direction. Here we go. This guy. Um, so you've got stuff like that. There's also ship blueprints that you can pick up from other people. You just have to grab the resources. But this is how we start. We start in the space station. These red things are called undetonators. These are mobile spawn points. You can go ahead and hit R, and it'll set your spawn point to that when you first start off. But that's it. Let's get started building a ship. So in this server, I've never really played on this server before. I just jumped into a random one. You get what is it? Well, I had 20,000 credits, which wasn't a whole bunch, but that's what I had. And then I started with basically everything you see in the hot bar right there. I ended up buying a jump drive and a jump module and a jump drive computer here for reasons that I will explain. But I did that right here. Let's talk to the shopkeeper. You can talk to the shopkeeper for some information. Hi, I want to hire a crew. I need an additional information. But really, you can just hit B for Bravo, and this will pick up your list. So really, this one started me with everything I needed to start building a ship and go. And then I went to, let's see, it was under ship, and then right here. And then I bought one of these guys for 10,000 and one of these guys for 1,000. Just one and one. Something real simple. We are going to want to find a planet and claim it so that we can start harvesting resources and building crafting materials. So for that we need a faction module. I believe that's under general. Alright, they're 1,500 a piece on this particular server at this station. We're going to go ahead and buy 2. Alright, great. Or you don't have to. But the faction module lets you start a faction and also sort of protects your equipment from getting donked with other people. So let's do it. Let's start crafting something. Alright, we're going to jump out. When I first started, I did build the spaceship inside of the station. That wasn't so hot. So here we are in this crazy big station. There's some planets just right there. So to get started, use WAS to move around, E and Q to go up and down. Right click is going to be a mining laser. This basically, yep, it mines and it's a laser. Left click is going to be like your sort of weapons or whatever it's going on. So to get started, you want to hit X. Now you can go through the tutorial, but if you're like me, you're not a big fan of reading things. I want to just get in and then I'll read later. So we're going to name this ship the Snow Raven. Sweet. I hit X. I named my ship and it dropped the core. The core is where I'm going to live in. This is where I pilot the ship. If I obscure the view of this front right here, I will not be able to see. So we might use that. We might want to use something transparent if we cover it all. Right off the start, we're going to just throw down a really basic ship. So for a really basic ship, here we have our sort of command console cockpit. We're going to throw down some energy so we can start producing energy. And then we're going to throw down a thruster. Did I build this guy back? Oh, you know what? You want to enter your ship before you start building on it. So that's what I didn't do. So once you enter your ship by hitting R on it, you want to hit spacebar. You might already be in edit mode, and then this is edit mode. And now I just jumped out of it. Let's jump right back in. Alright, so also you can move around with E and Q, WASD. I'm going to take this off because this is how I should have done it. The arrow shows you the front of the ship. So again, we're going to throw down our power reactor. We're going to throw down our thruster module. And that's it. And then we hit spacebar again, and we're in our ship. So, and you can see that we can zoom around at quite a good speed here. Now, we've got lots of planets right there. But what we want to do is actually have the ability to jump to further distant solar systems. So I'm going to, we're going to throw down our, actually I put it in my inventory. We're going to put on a jump drive. So let's go ahead and let's see, where do I want to stack the jump drive? Let's just stick it up here. And then let's put the jump drive module. Alright. So this is what's going on right now. This jump drive is linked to this module. If you throw down the computers first, it's a good idea for starters. It'll automatically link. You want your stuff to be linked to the items it's going to be using. So if you hit C, you can see the yellow box, and the purple box says, this is linked to that. If I make a mistake and I right-click to destroy this block, because that's how you do stuff. You right-click to destroy it, and you left-click to set it down. Now I'm going to set down this jump computer again. And it's not linked to anything, so it's not going to be utilizing this module. But that's easy. It's already selected. I'm just going to hit V for Victor, and there it is. It's selected. So, and then I'm going to unselect it. Okay. Alright, so there we go. I've got 9 of these. You might not want to use all of them right off the bat. These reactors sort of work more efficiently the more in line they are. So we've got some of those guys going. We've got... let's just put a couple more thrusters on here. Yeah, let's like make something Y-wing-ish. So there's 4 thrusters there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool. Jump drive on top. We can put guns. Why not? Let's put guns. So I'm going to throw down my cannon computer first. Alright, and then I've got a bunch of these cannon barrels. Let's just stick the cannon barrels up top here. As you can see, they're automatically linking to the computer that I just threw down. Cool! And then throw down a faction module. I actually have not done this before a faction was set up. So I've set the faction module. Now, you want to make sure you activate it. You have to be in a faction to activate this block. Alright, well, we're not going to get into faction creation. We're just going to get a ship going and jump to the stars. So, finally, so my ship is naked. Here you can see over on the left, it kind of has information, you know, how much mass it is, its length, the amount of power I've got, the regeneration rate, power cons, that's the amount of power that I have, turning rates, I don't have any shields, this is my structure hit points, if I had armor, this would be my armor hit points, and we're actually going to throw a little bit of armor now. This server starts us off with 30 blocks. Now, there's different shaped blocks. We don't start with different shaped blocks. So we're going to go ahead and just throw these down. Hopefully we don't look too much like a Borg cube. No, we're not going to look like a Borg cube. Just a little bit, just in case we get in a scrap. Just kind of cover our sides here. Alright. Why not? Just the vital bits. Nice. We're wearing a shirt. Cool. And there's the guns. We could actually put blocks over... Oh, I don't have enough to cover that. Well, then we're going to... So, what we've done is we've also added a bunch of mass to this guy. but we'll worry about that later. We're still pretty agile, still pretty maneuverable. Alright, so I've hit spacebar to go back in, out of edit mode. Here we are, we have the USS Snow Raven. I'm going to hit spacebar again. And, cool. Alright, so sometimes the equipment that you've just linked, like your guns and your drive, will be in your hotbars. Sometimes it won't. If you want to see that, you'll hit T for Tango. T for Tango will bring up sort of the things that are ready to be used. In this case, Cannon computer, we want to use that. And then the jump drive, I like to put that on 5. Just dragging and dropping down there, and then there's the ship core. So awesome. So if I hit 1, oh sweet, pew pew. There's my guns linked properly, firing away. Alright, and then here's my jump drive. To use the jump drive, you will hold down the left mouse button, and you'll notice it right over here on the right, the power bar is charging. Whoa, it's got a slow recharge rate. So as you just hold it down and then you let yourself recharge. If you go too far, it'll say power failure, everything will sort of shut down, and then you'll wait for everything to recharge again. Man, that is a slow recharge rate. It's killing my soul. Let's see. Do I have... Okay, I do. Let's throw some more power reactors on here. Let's do it. Alright. And we're just going to do them in a line for demonstration purposes. It's a bit inelegant, but alright. So, there we go. I think I'm... Yeah, it looks like it's moving a bit faster. Oh man, that's tough. Alright, so while we're waiting for it to regenerate so we can jump, we'll explore some of these planets. But before we do that, alright, well, how do we jump? Well, once this jump drive is fully charged down there at the bottom, and you can kind of tell that it's charging up, we'll hit the right mouse button, and that will jump us X amount of distance, depending on the amount of drives we have, forward in the direction. Or we can set a waypoint, and it'll jump us directly to the waypoint, which is the better way of doing it. Alright, so for that, you'll hit P for Papa, and that'll bring up sort of your star map. So what you can do is you can use your right mouse button to kind of rotate around and kind of take a look. And then you can scroll in with your mouse wheel, scroll out. So we're going to scroll out and kind of take a look at what's going on here. So in this system, and then you can use WAS to sort of move around in the area. Q and E to go up. So we've got, it looks like, some planets here. And some shops, some additional shops. Here's some stations. This looks like a relatively friendly planet. Pirates are pretty terrible, and they are in this game. I think we're going to set our eyes for something a bit distant. Now you got to be careful. You don't want to jump through a star, because that'll be a quick end for you. Or through a black hole. You don't want to do that either. So I don't know. Here's Scornomia. Gosh, let's just jump. Let's jump to this red star. We don't want to jump to the red star. I've heard that means that we'll jump in the star. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just queue over here. Home base Alpha. It looks like somebody owns these because they've named them. Normally they don't have names like that. Sometimes they'll be unexplored planet. Let's see, are these named? Planet, trade station. Gosh, maybe we want to try to go somewhere more distant. I mean, we are right there in the spawn point. Let's shoot for... Yes! Let's set this. So, here's a very distant star. Lots of stations. Here's a planet just called Planet. So I'm going to pick this guy. Whatever I want to pick on, I'm just going to sort of double click on it. Ah, not that guy. I'm going to double click on it. And then down here it's plot path to current. So we're going to plot a path. Okay, cool. Alright. Alright, so we're going to go back to our ship by hitting P. Now, when I'm going to keep charging this while talking. So there's a waypoint. It's 120 kilometers away. Cool. So as soon as we're charged up, which I'm going to be doing over time, we'll head over that way. I could just fly there as well, but while I'm waiting, let's go check out these planets. Any one of these guys. So, actually, I don't know. If these planets are unclaimed, I guess we could theoretically claim them. I'm not sure if this particular server spawns you in a random location or what. I'm also moving at a top speed of 120 meters per second. A server can cap the top speed to help deal with lag issues. I've seen 150 meters a second. The one that we've been playing on right now is capped at 200 meters per second. Man, the regen on this thing is slow. Maybe I should have bought 2 modules. Probably should have bought 2 modules. So look, we just flew in it. Okay. Yeah. This is a totally neutral system. Nice. I don't know what that big white thing is. Let's oh wait, is that like lens flare or something? Might be. Ah, power failure. Ah. I guess I lost control. I lost control because of my power failure. Oh, we've got something out here. What are these? Asteroids. So another thing you can do is you can hit N for navigation, or November, and you can kind of see what's in the system. So here's my ship, and then here's some asteroids in the area, and their distance. You can sort by distance, what's closest to me. Asteroids are great for mining. You can also set your filter here to show planets, asteroids. I don't think asteroids is set right off the bat. So you might want to set that. So set navigation filter, asteroids. And these are all the things I want to see right now. So, cool. Alright, we're going to head over to this planet. Oh, wow, what is that? Oh no, that is a planet. I think there's even a city on it. We're going to check this out. There's some asteroids there. Alright, and as you can see, these they're not perfect spheres. I mean, we're talking about a game that's generating an entire universe with multiple solar systems. So each sort of planet loads in chunks like this. It is alpha, but they're all randomly generated. They're all pretty unique. They're comprised of these sort of pentagon faces, pentagon parts, with each face being sort of unique. Well, let's just land. So I'm gonna hit shift to kind of, there is gravity. In fact, let me show that. Alright, so here we are outside. I've stopped completely. I'm not in the gravitational field yet. Alright, if I stop, no, send through the atmosphere. There we go. Now I'm just falling. So slow down. Alright, I'll hit R on this Hoth-like planet. And there's my ship landed, and here I am on the surface of a planet. Jumping. Here I can do things like salvage. And I could claim this one because this is an unclaimed system. We'll hit I for inventory. And actually, there it is. There's my stuff. Throw it up in here. Some snowy rock stuff. So this is to get started. What you would take is you would take this stuff and you would start refining it into basic materials. So I dropped it. There, I've got it again. Okay. Sure. Find that. Click, right click. I'm going to right click again, pick another piece. And let's do basic. Craft basic factory. So you'll craft a basic factory and you'll throw it down on the face of the planet when you're ready to call something home. Alright, we're going to take off. Looks like a green planet over there. Jump drive is charged. We're ready to jump. Man, I could explore all the planets here. Oh, darn. Why am I taking damage? Maybe I was too close to that sun. Yep. That doesn't sound good. Looks like we got a more desert planet over there. I don't know what that is. I don't know. Let's jump. We're going to do a jump here. So we're fully charged. Let's see if we can make it. Waypoint not in range. Jumping in that direction though. And here we are. So how far did we get to our objective? Not sure. Oh. Not very far. Darn. I guess we need more jump modules. But we did make it into the next system. Let's see, does anybody own this? There's a space station I don't see associated with a faction here. We're just going to land on this green one over here. Call it home. Or... nah, we want to go to the green one. Let's see, some servers have drag set and some do not. This one does. So there is drag. I prefer the ones that don't have drag so I can just point in a direction and go. But let's fly out there. Take a look at my ship. So what we've been lucky is not to run into any pirate stations yet. Oh wow, yeah, I was wondering about that. We do have kind of a high ping on this server, so I would probably move to a different server. You know, on our way here, let's check out these asteroids here. So these asteroids have different resources. And you'll need these different resources to build different things like shield capacitors and shield rechargers and whatnot. They are also decent places for target practice. So we'll go and fire our guns. Kablooey! Take that, asteroid. So, but there's generally about 3 or 4 resources on each planet and asteroids. This guy right here. Actually, didn't I start with? I did. Forget this. Let's build a... let's stop first. Yeah, let's just throw this salvage computer on. Start salvaging some of this stuff. So, let's get rid of that block. Just stick the salvage computer there. Salvage module, we're just going to sling over our shoulder. Yep, we're good. That's it. It's linked. We can tell by these purple when that's highlighted. We're going to go ahead and jump back in. I'm going to hit T for Tango, grab the salvage computers, throw it down here in my hotbar, and let's get work done. There we go. Looks like we've got some liquid hot magma right here. Now, as I would stack more of those salvage modules, you notice that I had about 5 blocks. As I start stacking them, they increase in power. So, and then you can look at the wiki to see, gosh, you know, what the optimal build is. Somebody mentioned the other day that due to the current configuration, the best way to go is sort of like Borg cubes for the most efficiency. So that like both kind of makes sense, and it makes me a little sad because I'm like, gosh, I don't want everybody to be flying Borg cubes because it's the most efficient, best way to do stuff, and that will eventually happen. It will eventually happen. Oh, that's right. All right, so there's also 2 modes. So left click is going to be your focused beam. And in fact, it's telling me right there in the top right, you are focusing beams. The other way to do it is to right click. And this is unfocused. Now, apparently this is more powerful. But it's a little harder to direct because it's just going to be a straight shot. It's not going to be going towards your sort of crosshair. It's going to kind of just be shooting from the hip. So let's see if we can tell a difference between our weapons here. Alright, what number is that telling me? It looks like 30. And then if I unfocus, it looks like I'm firing 2 cannons. Ah, I see. So it's probably, you know, that's, I don't know. I don't notice the difference. I don't. But this system is full of asteroids. I just want to find a green planet. Let's check this one out real quick. Space, the final frontier. Yep, we are not trucking along very quick. I don't know if that's the server's max speed or if that's just because I built my guy a little slow. To be honest, everything kind of feels a little slow on this server. I don't know if the server settings have been tweaked so that it takes longer to charge this up and the max speed has been capped. But anyway, hey, this is what I was kind of looking to do. At least find a green planet. Something kind of familiar to all of us. We're coming in hot. Can kind of orbit. Oh, trying to push. Let's see. Give this guy a quick orbit. See if there's anything cool. Big old mountain over there. Another little sort of mesa. Get this guy all loaded up. Looks like we got a desert and magma pool over there. Alright, let's change our orientation, kind of rotate and check out some of these sides. Alright, whoa, what is that? Looks like I found somebody. Yup. This is somebody's ship, and that's their core. Let's see if they locked it up. Nope. They didn't lock their ship up. So now I am a pirate. And his ship is so much faster than mine. Alright, let's do something terrible. Alright. There we go. I'm going to destroy it. Yep, get my core back. And now... these are all outputs. Oh, did Karma get me? Did this thing land upside down somehow? This guy probably built this thing and just logged off. Ship's core. Yep, that's it. I just jacked somebody's boat. Man, this thing feels so much better than what I was driving. Alright. Oh man, he just kind of threw all his guns out there. What do we got here? Look at that. We're attacking the planet. But we're not total jerks. We're gonna go put this back. I mean, I would totally be a jerk if I wasn't doing something different right now, but nah. I'll just rotate this. I think this would be a lot better with a gamepad. I don't really like the way that rotates. But there you go, bud. Sort of built his ship kind of weird. But that's it. That's the basics. And you can set up camp right here. And get building. Alright, y'all. That's all I got to say about that. $1. $1 to explore the stars, play a little Minecraft-esque. And I, also support a developer and see where this goes. If it goes somewhere big, hey, you'll be like, wow, I got that for $1. Right now, it's $10 on Steam. So, and if you go with Humble Indie Bundle, not only are you supporting a couple of great charities, but you're also getting a awesome discount. And you'll get 2 other games with that, Rockets, and Steam Marines. So, give it a look.